Computer gaming has come a long way in the last 30 years. From those early days of 8-bit graphics and reasonably simple gameplay, the computer gaming industry hasn't just evolved into a $100 billion global marketplace, but it's also begun to shape the way we make movies, solve problems, and yes, even pick the next generation of racing drivers. The latter is, of course, thanks to Nissan's GT Academy, a virtual race series that awards the most talented of PlayStation Gran Turismo gamers the chance to transition to a real-life professional race career. And now, thanks to the very same game, or sim if you prefer, Audi is bringing an electric car to the racetrack that it initially designed for the digital program. Meet the Audi e-tron Vision Gran Turismo, a concept car that Audi recently unveiled, which will be pushed into service from April 14th onwards as an official Formula E race taxi. What's a race taxi? Well, select guests and customers of Audi who are invited to attend Formula E races will be given the chance to ride as a passenger in the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo as it drives around the racetrack. And that means that the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo isn't just a pretty-looking concept car powered by a small electric motor just for show purposes. This is a real, powerful electric sports car. How powerful? Well, according to Audi's specifications, the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo is powered by a pair of 200 kilowatt electric motors at the rear and a single 200 kilowatt motor at the front. Combined, they produce 815 horsepower at the wheels, accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour, 0 to 100 kph, in under 2.5 seconds. Sadly, range isn't discussed, but this is a car built for the track, not for trips to the shops. More importantly, unlike the Nissan Leaf Nismo RC from a couple of years ago, this is a seriously quick car. But how did it come about? Well, for nearly 2 decades, automakers have provided realistic models of their production and race cars for use in Gran Turismo. Then in 2013, just in time for the game's 15th anniversary, Sony and Polyphonic Digital, the companies behind the PlayStation and the Gran Turismo game, approached automakers with one simple request: design their ideal GT for use in the game. These vehicles would form the basis of the Vision Gran Turismo race series within the game itself, attracting avid car fans and talented racers alike. Many companies obliged, designing fantastical concept cars that were powerful, a joy to drive, and most importantly, obeyed all the laws of physics and engineering that real-world vehicles would have to deal with. In other words, while these vehicles were never destined for production, these high-powered Grand Tourers could, theoretically, with enough time and money, be turned into real vehicles. But because they were usually designed with over-the-top drivetrains, no one to date had ever actually done that. And so it was for the Audi e-tron Vision Gran Turismo. Originally, when asked to develop its vision of the ideal GT for Gran Turismo race series, Audi responded with 2 versions of the same Gran Tourer, a powerful hybrid with the same drivetrain as the 2012 Le Mans winning race car, as well as an all-electric variant. In the past, real-life, full-size models of various Vision Gran Turismo models have been made for use at auto shows and other major events, but in every case, they've never been real versions of the digital forbidden fruit. Except for now. Audi, keen to prove it's got the wherewithal to stand on its own 2 feet in the electric vehicle marketplace, has spent some serious time and money bringing the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo to reality. And according to Audi's design team, that was the goal all along, with the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo always designed as a vehicle which could become a reality given existing rather than future technology. Although it is just a concept car, albeit a real concept car with real-world specs and performance to back it up, I can't help but wonder if the e-tron Vision Gran Turismo will be playing a part in plenty of Audi's future electric vehicle events. After all, with Audi planning to bring its e-tron Quattro SUV to market in the next year, having this particular car around is certainly going to have a halo effect for the entire brand. But it's got me thinking, is this the future for automotive design? Designing and testing a vehicle for a racing game might seem rather far-fetched, but if the physics engine for the game in question is realistic enough and the components in the vehicle are represented correctly, why not develop production cars in the same way? After all, you'd get to see what customers think of the vehicle without spending a dime on expensive parts moulding or real-world engineering development. Not only that, but I'm guessing there would be a pretty high number of gamers who would love to help test and develop a production vehicle in the virtual world before then rocking up at their dealership to buy one. That's it. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.